Welcome everyone to an old school grudge match between the Druchii and the Assault, with the Tyrant of Graef taking on the Grim Warden. So the High Elves today and Crablin going to be having 4 units of the skirmish cavalry in the front, including here the Heralds of the Wind, here with that 105 speed, making them the fastest cavalry here in the game. So, for the Lord choice, we are going to have Eltharion the Grim here on Stormwing, with the Fang Sword of Eltharion, Tempest, Hand of Glory, Apotheosis, and the Shield of Safri. So for the battle line, we are going to have 5 units of the anti-infantry rangers, dotted in and protecting 5 units of archers. So 3 of the regular here in the back, including here the Sisters of Avalon. Here with the Everqueen's Court Guard, the Regiment of Renown, with their Banner of Avalon, giving extra mana there to Eltharion. Great AP, fire, and magic damage going to make them strong here in the battle. So on the right hand side, we are going to have the Talons of Torquelada, here with that flammable for a fire weakness, fire damage, and also here 70% fire resistance. So a great army there for the High Elves, but for the Druchii, 5 units of the Bleak Swords in the front, mixing in here with 3 of the very competitive Scourge Runner Chariots for the anti-large and armor-piercing shots. Here with the nice AP shots from the Dark Rider Repeater Crossbows, and the nice very heavily armoured cavalry from the Cold One Knights in the back. 2 fast units of cavalry here with the Dark Riders should be very good there at getting around the side of the battlefield and shutting down those archers. And here for the Lord choice with Mimus Darkblade. He's going to be here on a Cold One with the Blood Price, the Demon's Curse, Zarkon, and the Warp Sword of Cain. In the back, we are going to have the Fire Magic here with the Sorceress. She's going to have Burning Head, the Cascading Fire Cloak, and Kindle Flame. So really nice army here coming from both sides. Really like to see Mimus used every now and then. Zarkon can be really powerful when used correctly. And even then, Mimus Darkblade can be quite nice when coming in with Cascading Fire Cloak. Eltharion is going to get reduced stats here when being on top of Storming, but of course there with those nice cycle charging animations, as well as that Terror, going to be really good at removing some of this infantry. So a bit of a skirmish game here in the front. We can see the Illyrian Reavers shooting into the front line, kind of withering down here some of the Bleak Swords. We are going to move over to the left-hand side with the double Dark Rider Repeater Crossbows, trying to see here if we can shut down and try and push out some of the elite Illyrian range. In the front, going to be a bit of a skirmish game here between the Scourge Runners, but we are now moving in with the Talons of Torquelada and coming in with the Everqueen's Court Guard. We do have 80 armor there for the Scourge Runners, but the Everqueens will do some fantastic AP damage here up against these Scourge Runners. Over here on the right, we're going to be holding true here with the Dark Riders. Make sure we don't over push. We don't want to get kited here by the Illyrian Reavers. We've only got 30 armor there for the Dark Riders. A bit more kite in the front here. We can see the Bleak Swords have been reduced down to 78 models. Great damage here in the front. So perfect skirmish there coming from Crablin early doors. But we are going to start pushing forward here with the Cold One Knights. A little bit of a pullback here coming in from Fantalemonade, but we're going to be getting very close. AP fire coming out the front, a little bit of a bait and a juke there, but more arrows coming over the top, and we are going to hit into the backside of the Cold Ones. In the front, the Bleak Swords are getting ready. I think we're going to slowly push forward here with the Dark Elves. But here the Scourge Runners are going to be shooting, but their AP damage output is probably not going to match 4 units of the Illyrian Reavers. They're really decimating this front line. Bleak Swords down at half health already. We are going to be pretty careful here in the front, I think. So it looks like here in the front, Scourge Runners are coming towards the middle of the battlefield, but now going forward with the Dark Rider Repeater Crossbows. It looks like it is going to be a big Dark Elf push here. So we are going to come forward yet. It looks like the Scourge Runners are just pushing in. They are going to have to just face the brunt here of the AP arrow damage coming forward. The Talons are shooting in as well, giving a fire weakness. Great charge up against the Rangers, really making mincemeat here of this cheap infantry unit. Pushing into the back and now shutting down the archers. In comes here the double Scourge Runners as well, pushing into the second unit of archers, with a bit of pressure here coming in from Eltharion. Moving to the front is going to be the Rangers, trying to see if we can buffer the front line, stop here the Bleak Swords from getting into this nice expensive range core. In the back, the Scourge Runner Chariots putting pressure on the Everqueens, and looks like here Tyrant is trying his absolute best to make sure he mitigates a lot of the damage here coming from the Chariots. So one Chariot is going to go down to about 2/3 health, now down to half health after a big hit from Eltharion there. One Scourge Runner kind of getting a little bit left behind there in the dirt. And so we are going to get a Burning Head in the front coming up against the Rangers. The Demon's Curse going down as well. Negative stats there from melee and also leadership. Going to really help break there with the negative from the flaming attack as well. In the front here, we can actually see that Malice Darkblade, the blood price going down, that damage resistance, base weapon damage and AP increase, really help fight here up against the Illyrian Reavers. They're going to fall here to pressure from the Scorch Runners as well. So hopefully we can cycle those in the back, shut down some more of the Ever Queens, and get in the back on the talents of Torquelada. In the middle, great AP damage output here coming on top of the Cold One Knights. And something that's a really nice partnership here, we do have the Flammable with the Talons of Torquelada, with also fire damage here for the Everqueen's Court Guard. So when those two are partnered up together, that's going to be extra AP and fire damage output here from the Everqueen's Court Guard. So a really nice combination here coming out of Crablin, something we don't see very often. Sounds like Apotheosis is going down in the sky on Tyrant, getting a little bit more healing here for the single entity monster. Going to be charging in the back here on top of the archers to get a little bit more pinning and a bit more pressure with protection there from the Scorch Runners. So in the back, there's like some more drop here for the Talons. Same here for the Sisters as well. Some Bleak Sword push. And here we go. We're in the back here. Athoron is not going to be able to protect the range here with the pressure coming in from Malice Darkblade. Big hits going down here on Atharion. And it looks like here we are now going to pull out with Malice. He only has 68 speed, so not going to be able to quite keep up the 90 there from Atharion, but we should be able to keep the pressure here on the back of the Everqueens and the Talons. I love the way that these Scourge Runners are being used. They're really pushing the back, causing a big nuisance here coming in for the High Elves. In the front, 2 units of the Rangers fighting up against Bleak Swords. Looks like here we have Dark Riders shooting into the backside of those as well. And here in the middle, looks like we are going to have the Demon Curse yet again. Negative leadership and melee defense going to really help. But over here in the back, we are going to be fighting here. It looks like we do have the Demon Curse going down on Atharion. Big shots coming out against him as well. Dark Riders pressuring with 92 speed, keeping up with him. It looks like we have Malice here with the Cascading Fire Cloak as well. Really trying to put on the pressure here with Atharion. He's going to break with some great pressure here in the back. It looks like we are moving in with the Rangers, trying to see if we can blockade some of the Dark Riders. But it looks like here we are going to be able to push off the Grim Warden. He is going to have 37 leadership, so we should maybe see a return from him. It looks like we are going to stop. Oh, the blood price going down here for Malice. I don't know if that was a little bit too late. But looks like we are still going to be applying pressure here from the Dark Riders. I don't know if we're going to be able to push off Atharion. The Fang Sword's still going down, 40% damage resistance there. But it looks like here the Dark Riders aren't going to be wavering, and they get terrified. Considering that Atharion is broken here, that's really unfortunate there for the Dark Elves. He is going to fly and more than likely immediately return here with 0 pressure. Atharion is super close to the white line. He does return, so we should see him with some Apotheosises and see some nice healing here in the backside. The Everqueen's Court Guard are going to be pushing over. Maybe some nice shots here up against the Scourge Runners. We do cycle charge in the back for some great damage here up against the Talons. Talons here are going to be down to 47 models, 1.4k for those. So they are going to be a little bit low on health there, considering their model count. So AP output coming here up against the Scourge Runners in the back. They are running very low on ammunition as well. It looks like here we have broken the Dark Rider repeater crossbows. 9 models left. The second unit in the back as well. 31 models are going to put some pressure here on the archers. In the back there, we do actually see Mimas fighting up against the Illyrian Reavers. Looks like they are going to break with the help of the Demon Curse. And lovely AP shots in the front do destroy the Scourge Runner chariots there in the middle. Pressure in the back. Oh, lovely charge there coming in from the Sorceress of Fire. She is going to be breaking open here the Everqueen's Court Guard, but they don't care. They're going to be firing in the front here up against the Bleak Swords. Burning Head on the back, really ripping apart the archers here. No fire resistance for them, so they're going to feel the full brunt there of that Burning Head. In the back, the Talons are getting pressurized here and compromised by Mimas Darkblade, fighting here as well alongside the Rangers. Unfortunately, neither of these are going to have enough AP to do some great damage up against Malice. In the back, though, we can see Atharion. Apotheosis going down for him for a little bit of healing. Arrow shots coming out of here from the Illyrian Reaver archers as they put a little bit of pressure here on the Sorceress of Fire. Moving in the front here with the Rangers, looks like we have 25 models left. And in the back here, we do get some return here from some of the cavalry. Bleak Swords coming back to the front line. Looks like we do have some arrow fire here from the archers shooting into the backside of the Bleak Swords. And they are going to get a rear charge here coming in from the Illyrian Reavers. Lovely stuff coming in there from Crablin, pinning up against the Bleak Swords. And now we're going to turn and burn here for the Everqueen's Court Guard. Moving in with the Rangers as well. We should be able to pin them in place with some good cycle charging from the Illyrians. In the back, still fighting. Mimas is going to break here up against the Rangers. Good work for him there in the back. It looks like here as well, the Dark Rider repeater crossbows are going to clear out the Talons of Torquelada. In the middle, though, it does look like we do break with Terror here, thanks to the nice pressure from Atharion the Grim. Storming is still going to be going strong here with 2,200 health. And here in the back, it looks like we do actually break there the nice cavalry from the Dark Elves. The Heralds of the Wind are still going to be fighting here. 1.5k health for them, 26 models. Great stats still here as well in the later stage. Now we can see here that the Sorceress of Fire is still going to be moving, 92 speed for her, so she should be able to get away from a Tyrant, but I don't know how well she's going to be doing against the Heralds of the Wind. 105 speed should allow them to catch up here. It looks like here in the back we are going to be having Malice Darkblade fighting in combat here up against Athara and the Grim. Burning Head as well coming downtown on top of the Heralds of the Wind. It looks like here the Blood Price and the Cascading Fire Cloak really helping to fight here up against the Hand of Glory and the Fang Sword of Eltharion. Now, being he is going to be at his healing cap, any damage dealt is going to be permanent. We still have Zarkin here coming out of Mima's Darkblade. Heralds are going to be charging in to meet Malice, so we are going to get an Apotheosis going downtown for the Heralds as well, as we do try and stop. Oh, a lovely charge there in the back from Mimas. He's going to be shutting down the Everqueen's Court Guard. A side charge in for the Tharion. Nice hit there up against Mimas. And looks like here we are going to get Zarkin in the back. Fans of Power is going to be in the Dark Elves. We're going to fight lovely damage here in the middle. We're going to be slapping it downtown here. Atharion, big chunks going down against him. That is going to be army losses. GG's and well played. Great work there coming out of Fantalemonade and the Dark Elves. A brilliant end story shut down there from the Mimas Darkblade. But Crablin coming in with a gorgeous army. I was a little bit skeptical there about only 5 units of infantry, considering we have at least 9 units of range. But we are going to be having 1,900 from Athara and the Grim. Great performance from him. Apotheosis, the Fang Sword really coming in and putting pressure here on Mimas Darkblade and getting around and using his mobility to terrify that front line. So we've got 37 kills, 420, 270, 190, as well as 420 and 517 from the Rangers. So sadly, none of these paying for themselves. Lightly armored with Burning Head, some Archer Fire as well coming in, fighting up against Bleak Swords. It's going to be pretty tough for them. Being lightly armored mean they're not going to be very heavily durable, unfortunately. So 270, 375, and 420 for the Archers. So okay overall, not quite paying for themselves at 475, with 370 for the Talons of Torquelader. Great pressure on the back there from the Squadrons to really shut down this Archer core of the light armored Archers and these Archers. So 1,700 for the Everqueen's Court Guard, a really nice pick here. I really like seeing these today, giving extra mana here with Atharion the Grim. Great AP to shut down the Squadron Chariots and these Cold One Knights, and I really like the partnership between them and the Talons of Torquelader. So here for the quadruple of the Illyrian Reavers, 691, 360, and 740. So 2 of them roughly paying for themselves and 1 falling a little bit short, with 110 kills, 1,300 there for the Heralds of the Wind, coming in at only 900 cost, so paying very handsomely for themselves. So I really like the skirmish core here, Atharion as well. This was a beautiful build that had some great synergy between the backline archers and also the frontline infantry. So a nice build there from Crablin, so thank you here for sending in this replay. We are going to have 83 kills, 2,100 for Mimas Darkblade. Of course, the man, the myth, the meme coming through, getting yet another victory for the Dark Elves. 550 there for the Sorceress of Fire, 280, 400, 330, with 400 and 750 for the 5th unit of Bleak Swords. 123 and 520 there for the Dark Riders. Those shields clearly paying dividends here when pressuring that backline range. We saw 37 and 277 for the Cold One Knights. A brilliant shutdown here between the Everqueens and the Talons here on both units. Great AP and fire output to really shut down these heavily armored cavalry. We've got 300 and 870 here for the Dark Rider repeater crossbows, with 1,300, 1,800, and 1,300 here from the Squadron Chariots. Not only great at being chariots, but those anti-large and armor-piercing shots make them incredibly competitive here in the multiplayer scene. If not doubling the value, getting at least 1.5 times as well. So an excellent game here between 2 top-tier players here in the multiplayer scene. I hope all of you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please smash that like button. It would really help here on the channel. Drop a comment down below about what you thought as well. I'll be interested to hear all your opinions. And if you are new here, do feel free to subscribe. I'm so close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. And if you're also new, do check out that description. You can find all of my other social media platforms, which you can go follow and see, like Twitch. And most importantly, you can go find that Discord. Anything I do here within Total Warhammer, Age of Empires, and Vermintide, anything, it all goes through on my Discord. So if you follow there, you can see all of my single player and multiplayer content, as well as my leagues and tournaments that go here on a weekly basis. And you can also play replays for casting, where you can leave your replays just like this one for me to cast in the future. So other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourself during these times, and I'll see you all very, very soon.